video about what salvation is about and how to start. First you have to have salvation. You have to have the gift of salvation, and then once you have it, then you can share it with other people. Now there has to be, with some people, they have to have something's called gospel tracts. It's easier to share a piece of paper that has the gospel on it and hand it to people. So there's a lot of all kind of different gospel tracts, and I've used so many different ones. But my favorite one, and I came to see it like 20 something years ago when I first got saved, and it's called The Bridge, and it's basically a picture like this. It's like the world is right here, and then there's a cross, the bridge, going all the way to heaven, and down here it's basically the lake of fire, and then there is a John 3:16 written on it. So I took this picture. This is the artist that his name is here that painted it, and it just gives a very clear picture about what salvation is about. And then in the back, I did the plan of salvation, the 4 steps: acknowledge you're a sinner, understand that there's penalty for sin, believe that Jesus paid the penalty for our sin, and 4 is receive him. And I have it translated in Spanish too. So this is basically now the only one that I carry, because I see a lot of reception. A lot of people take it and they look at it, and then they ask me questions. And that's what I love about this picture, is people try to figure it out, and they hold it in their hand like, they're holding the phone. So they're already used to just holding something in their hand and looking at it. And then that way there's no awkward position, or awkward moment of me looking at their face and they're looking at me. They're looking at the picture and trying to figure out. So it makes it a lot easier to start a conversation. And plus they ask me a question, and I usually tell them this picture is about John 3:16, which is written right here. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life, and this is heaven. And usually I would ask them a question after I say that. If you were to die today, are you 100% you're sure you have a home in heaven? And they usually look at me and it's like, I don't know, or I hope so. And that's when I start talking to them. And basically I tell them heaven is a real place. Heaven is where God lives. And heaven is a pure and perfect place. But when we were created, we chose through Adam and Eve. When they were created, God created them perfect, and they were in the Garden of Eden. They chose to sin against God and break God's commandment. So because they sinned and we were born after them, we were born sinners. So we have the same sinful nature. And then I go ahead and ask them questions like, well, have you ever told a lie, or have you done anything like, that was against God? And most everybody, 99.9%, are honest, and they said yes. And so first of all, I just tell them, that's what it's called, sinners. That's what makes us sinners. And once we have sinned, then we cannot get in heaven because of our sin, because heaven is a pure and perfect place. And so that's how I usually start the conversation with them. And this is what I use, the gospel tract, and show them the picture of the world, that how there are little arrows taking this world, into hell, basically, because sin cannot enter into heaven. And so this picture makes it a little bit clearer for them. It gives them a vision of what I am trying to the message I'm trying to give them. So these are the pictures, and in the back there's very clear presentation or writing about the gospel, and then there's example prayer here if they choose to believe on the Lord Jesus Christ. So this is my second video, and I'm showing you what I use. And if you have any questions about these, you can just leave me a comment, and I can tell you how and where I get them. And I hope if you want to share the gospel and you want to learn more, to come back here again, and I'll give little tips every day about what I do. All right, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Bye.